Hi Scorpios, welcome to my channel, Moon JasperGem. I'm so excited to do your reading today. It is the full moon in Scorpio, so I'm excited about that too. I wanted to wait a few days so I can do it for the full moon. It's going to be a general reading for the collective, for the majority of all the Scorpios tuned in today. If you like this reading, please subscribe, like, and share. I also started a Facebook page under Moon JasperGem. It's just a regular one. So I could accept friends there, and I'm going to be doing some live readings there. And you could also book a reading there or through my website here on YouTube. Um, I pre-shuffled all these cards here today because I want to do something a little different for you. First of all, thank you for all the subscriptions. I appreciate it. And I've had the most views from you guys, and I'm so happy about that, and the most likes. So I have my Moonology here. I have my Archangel Michael. I pulled out a couple cards for you for Moonology because of the full moon, and it's a really cool deck. I did it before because this deck they stick together a lot, and at first a bunch came out and I put them in, and then I finally got one out. So I wanted to read you about that first. The first one that we got was actually the new moon in Scorpio, even though right now it's a full moon in Scorpio, the card that actually came out for you was the new moon in Scorpio. And I wanted to pull out for you purposefully what it means for this time right now for the full moon in Scorpio. So here we go. I'm going to read you a little something before I get into your other reading, the cards, tarot cards. So the first one is the new moon in Scorpio, and it says, work through your fears. Very pretty. And I have a little booklet here that I wanted to read to you guys. So it says, work through your fears. It says this card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes. As the birth, death, rebirth, that's what Scorpio's energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark, almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magic, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a new, sexier time, which is funny because I wanted to say, hey, sexy Scorpios, and your magnetic pull from one water sign to another. I might say we, I, or us because I've been tuning into your energy. Okay, so here we go. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Have some sexy time. I love that. And it says, time to let go of the grudge you're holding, move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? Make an investment. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, magic, and its energy is a little bit dark, occult, and scary, maybe to other people sometimes, and they don't understand the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. I'm telling you now, I'm not reading this part, but just to say, getting to the truth of the matter, trying to understand and doing research on situation, people, places, and things to have a better understanding. So let me continue. It says, it's through working through your dark side that you can get to the light. And the new moon in Scorpio and the appearance of this card at any other time suggests you need to do that now. So that was that one. I have one more for you guys, which is the one I actually pulled out for tonight for the full moon in Scorpio. And it says here, it's time to release your negativity, which you're not really always negative. If you are, you're quietly doing that, holding it in. Okay. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity that you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them, which is true. It's purging. This card heralds an emotionally intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull through this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. Very good time to do it. Do it anytime you feel that way. Protect your mind, your body, and your soul, your spirit. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now. If you make an effort, use your magic, you have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. It says it's a time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. The end of an argument. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting to its tail. It can herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can be a time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side of your shadow self may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you are thinking of making some magic, this is the time and the sign to do it. Isn't that beautiful? I love that for you guys. I am back. Okay, so we did our little moonology, which is great. So when you're digging deep into your emotions for the full moon, try to stay positive and deal with one of them at a time. So I shuffled 3 different decks here. And what I want to do is I'm going to have to mix them up now, because if you're in a love relationship or you're dealing with any of the signs or interested in them or they're interested in you, I'm separating these decks. So we'll start with the first one. We'll say Scorpio. I already pre-shuffled these. I'm going to shuffle again. So Scorpio, if you're dealing with any fire signs, if you're dealing with a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, what's possibly going on with the energy there in love and relationships? Here we go. I already shuffled it. I'm going to do it again. This is Scorpio and fire. Weapons. Here we go. Okay. So you got fire that came out. So you have the Knight of Wands and you have this Six of Cups right here. So these 2 cards represent, this is fire. This is young at heart, young at mind, very adventurous. If you're dealing with any fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries, this is very exciting. They rush in, they rush out. Sometimes it's hard to hold them down because they're always adventurous and they want to keep going. So they need a partner who's going to be adventurous with them, and not to contain them in any way, but to go on the adventures and know that if they love you, they'll be back if they go on their own adventures. But sometimes in a love relationship, this isn't always stable. But if you keep those loose ropes on someone that's a fire sign, they'll always come back if you were meant for them. And this is somebody coming back from the past, whether you're coming back to them or they're coming back to you. And this is very light and playful energy. This is a soulmate energy. And on the bottom of the deck, this represents a Leo, or just anybody that is happy, childlike, illuminated, and just enjoying the finer things and fun things in life, the excitement from how you used to feel when you were secure and safe in a relationship. And out in the back here, we have the Wounded Warrior, which does represent possibly a Sagittarian and other fire signs as well. But this is somebody who's worked very hard for what they believe in and their passions in a love relationship or anything that their heart desires. And they're not going to give up, whether it's you or them, to be with the person that fulfills them. It's not exhausting. It's not draining. It's knowing that taking one out of all the people that are out there and choosing the one right person, to know that this is who I'm going to be excited with. I'm not going to be exhausted. I'm fighting for something that I believe in. This person will not give up if they believe that there's growth there. And that's really nice if you're dealing, that's really beautiful. Little mini read if you're dealing with fire. So Scorpios, if you're dealing with Earth, I'm going to have to do, I have 3 decks, so I'm going to have to use one deck for one of the elements. So right now we're going to did fire, and I pre-shuffled these. We're going to now do water and air. We'll do water and air. So if you're dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra in love, in relationship, Scorpio and air. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And that is a beautiful, solid, stable relationship or an offer. This is somebody who's asking for a date, whether it's you or them. They're asking for a date. On the bottom, we have the Nine of Cups, and it is a wish fulfillment. It's a wish fulfillment for some of you who are interested in air signs. You do have the Five of Swords, which does represent air. Five of Swords, sometimes swords represent everything that's in your mind, in our mind. So this might feel like there's not everybody's thinking the same. You might have some difficulties in how you're thinking and feeling, your morals and values, but it is stable. So by communicating, because when you deal with any of the air signs, they like communication and they like to know, be clear about things. Otherwise, it could be uncertain. And this could be people that could go their separate ways. If they're not more like-minded like you, and they don't feel that way, and you don't feel that way, they may go their separate ways. But if you communicate, it's a very solid, stable offer. This is a date. This could be a marriage. This could be something that is definitely tangible that can grow over time. And having that wish fulfillment. This does represent water for you. So some of you are having that wish fulfillment, or they are, to offer that that date. So that's really good. It's really nice. I'm going to do one more with this. That was for air and water. I'm going to use it again. And I'm going to do for water and earth. So that'd be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So Scorpio in a relationship with earth. Here we go. Scorpio and earth. Oh. So the Six of Swords came out. That does represent, it could be air, but we're talking about earth now. So whether this is you or them, this is moving to a calmer water. Maybe having some turbulent relationship with it in the past when you're dealing with earth signs. They are usually grounded and stable, and they believe in the institution of marriage and family. But maybe if you don't always see eye to eye with them, it's again always important to communicate with love and compassion, but it is moving to a better place. So that's good. And on the bottom is you guys in the masculine form, whether it's male or female. This is the King of Cups. Doesn't always show their emotions, Scorpio. Could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but this is you. Not always showing their emotions, but working on it. Moving to calmer waters in that. And it's very loving and compassionate, and it's filled with love, emotions, and being able to let that surface to communicate, to bring you into a more comfort zone in your relationship with her. One more. Oh, two more came out. So the Seven of Swords could be some trickery going on. You know, lying, stealing, cheating. This isn't always the best card, but it is part of karma. It is part of fate because you got the Wheel of Fortune. In any relationship, sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. If the Earth sign is not for you, or you're not for them, you should move on from that. Where you need to be truthful and fair. Because on the bottom you have the Fool here. The Fool is not afraid to take a chance, take a leap of faith in a relationship, in spite of the experiences they've had. They think on the lighter side of things instead of the deep part of the negativity of in our emotions, and to know that to having fun in all of your relationships and keep it light. The King of Cups is still there, but not to be afraid. Because if you've experienced this in the past, it doesn't mean that everybody's that way. It just means to be vigilant and just to try something out. And if it was fated, if it happened, it was supposed to. And you're supposed to learn about it. But either way, some of you are going to take a chance. in spite of all these swords and how you think what can happen. You have to give it a chance to really know. So that's really good. So now the last one here, Scorpio, if you're dealing with water, I like this deck for water. So beautiful. I use it for my own reading. So if you're dealing with water and water, Scorpio with Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, and you came out, I love it. Came out. Here you are. Queen of Cups, beautiful. This person is able to show some emotions. They're able to surfacing them in a clear, loving, compassionate way so people can understand you and you can understand them. Having that nurturing person around you that knows that they're loyal to you and they're always going to be there for you, or you're going to be there for them. This is you. Having a commitment, a beautiful commitment, thinking the same, having the same morals and values, not wanting to be involved in a third party, because this is also water, because when you're dealing with the cups, it's all about your emotions and how you feel and being clear about what you want. And some of you, if you're in a relationship with other water signs and you're a third party and you're okay with that, that's fine. But healing, this is the star. This is the star card who bears all of her heart and soul, he or she, and they help each other. They help each other. Their souls grow. They help them overcome things to pick the right person, so they're loyal. They pick one person to be committed to after experiencing what they needed to and dropping. But this is also a celebration. So if you're just friends with other water signs, it's celebrating with your loved ones and people that you care about. But if it is a love relationship, you have to be careful with third party. So you're no dummy. You're going to know having that commitment and healing. And the way to do that is to have one party with you, one person that you could grow your heart and soul with. That's really a nice reading here. So if you're dealing with water, just pick the one that you want to be with, that you could heal with and be committed to and be your true self. This is really beautiful. Right, well, now that I have you out here, I'm going to leave you there. And I'm going to ask the universe for general messages for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. It's a timeless reading. My intentions for May and June 2020. There you go. General for you guys. Moving forward, this is you. Moving forward from this, from people who are not for you anymore. There was a time that you were on board with these people, but people, places, and things change, and you change. And that's okay. That's part of our karmic fate, part of life. But you know that you're moving forward from that. Here you are on the bottom of the deck. The Knight, the Page of Cups, which could represent Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but it represents somebody who is giving you, who wants to be a part of you and wants to offer a cup to you. They want to offer something that's loving and emotional to you. And you're saying, yeah, I'll move forward with that if you're not going to backstab me or hurt me, whether this is you or them. And it is fated. It's fated to go through these experiences to become evolved in life and in your soul, which is really nice. What's in the root of this for you guys? There's that trickery card. Wanting to move forward from anything that's not of your best interest. People think that they're better or one-upping on you. Taking time out with the Hermit from that. This could represent a Virgo, but I believe it could also represent a Sagittarian, very intelligent and philosophical. Knowing that every step that you take is important. Not always seeing where you're going, but knowing that you will be there'll be a light for you to intuitively how to take steps forward and possibly to move forward with somebody like you or someone like you that can help you show you the way, or being that mentor for someone else. What's moving behind you for you guys here? A commitment. Some of you will keep that commitment. Some of you will walk away. You're going to walk away from anything that's backstabbing, lying, cheating, and stealing. And you're going to go and find what's emotionally really fulfilling to you. That's really nice. if the relationship was worth it, you'll come back to it and you'll grow from that first and have different beliefs and standards in your life to know how you can move forward in a great love relationship. What's in the air for you guys? You guys like my, you could send me a friend request on Facebook under Moon JasperGem. I just started a regular page there. Okay, this is somebody that is being offered a cup, whether it's you or them, and you're kind of bored. You know, you're wondering who do I really want to be with? Not third party. There it is again. And waiting for your soulmate to come. Waiting. Don't be frustrated, okay? Because eventually you're gonna notice that cup and you're gonna give it a try, and it's probably a good one. You never know until you try, right? What's your advice here? Soulmate, lovers. Could be a Gemini, somebody from your past, maybe before you had a third party, or you celebrated with them. But this is finding your true soulmate, somebody you could bare your heart and soul with, just like earlier when the star came out. So what's a possible outcome for you guys here? Although she represents fire, this is somebody who's brave and not afraid to go out what they want. The Queen of Wands. And in the back here, this is a goddess. She's even looked at even more royalty than any of the queens. So being able to be your true self, being lighthearted, having fun, and that energetic pull will come to you, or you'll go to them. They look at you like this, as a beautiful person that's light, fun, and airy, and somebody who's not afraid to go after for what they want and to give it a try. That's really beautiful, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed my reading for you guys today. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share. And I appreciate all of your views. I hope you continue. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.